You guys are here. Join us on YouTube. Go live right now. All right, brother.
There we go. Mics are dead. Ho ho!
What's up, guys?
Let me turn down the music so I don't blow up anyone's eardrums.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi.
Welcome to another live episode of Attack the Block Print. I'm your buddy, Peter Santa Maria.
Are you sure you're there, buddy? That was very presumptuous of you.
I was presumptuous to think I could remember my own name.
Also that.
I'm your buddy, Peter Santa Maria, a.k.a. Attack Peter, with my lovely and hilariously witty wife,
I'm very witty, aren't I?
Gaby Cruz.
Hey.
You should put your own applause track when I say Gaby Cruz.
You got everything.
So good to see you guys. We had a great time on our Patreon stream last Sunday. We'll talk more about that in a second. I'm gonna be carving a brand new live. I can't put words in order today, bro.
He's struggling, everybody. He's struggling.
Be carving a brand new block today of Jason Voorhees. Here it is. You want to give him a sneak peek?
A sneak peek?
There it is.
A sneakity peek? Hey, he's looking good. He looks somber.
Yeah, because he's looking down at someone he's about to choke up.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So be carving a brand new Jason Voorhees block, printing it at the end of the stream, and telling you guys all about how you can win a copy of the print that's not available for sale.
Correct.
So fun one tonight. Gabby's got a bunch of cool news, some pop culture news, some weird news.
Always some weird news.
What are you?
Oh, I forgot the really good weird news. I'll have to pull it
Okay.
up. All right, I'll pull it up. Don't worry.
But before you do, just give us a little teaser. Like, what topics are we covering tonight?
Oh gosh, well we've got to talk Ahsoka.
Yes.
I warned you all when this whole thing started that we're gonna talk Ahsoka probably every episode from now on
until
it's over. What else do we have? We've got definitely a lot of horror news because, as you all know, September 1st is officially spooky season. For me and Peter, it's August 1st, but I know for you regulars, it's September 1st.
We call it Ogtober.
October.
I don't know if anybody else has used it. I coined that. I think it's really
but you
clever.
should hashtag it. Yeah. And what else have we got? Some Marvel news. You know, just a little smattering of this and that.
Awesome. So it's gonna be a fun one tonight, as always. And thank you guys for joining us. It's such a cool thing that we get to do this every week. Show up on YouTube, launch the stream, and in the chat we already see so many great people. I see Dr. Wolf. Hey, I see Harriman.
Hey, Harriman.
They say my mic could be a bit louder.
I already turned it up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It might be too loud now.
Okay. Well, you guys let us know. Hey, what's up? Toying around in the chat. I'll be on the Toying Around stream at the end of the month. So if you're not subscribed already, over on their channel, Toying Around. You know me. You know I'm a giant toy fan, toy nerd, and so. One of my favorite things about this past year has been linking up with a bunch of the toy YouTubers and hanging out in their streams and watching them. So yes, check out Toying Around. What's up, Dead Kuriyama, Zach Presley, Jay Shave, Rich in the house.
Hey, Jay Shave wants to know where I got the Scream shirt. By the way, thank you. This is a new acquisition.
Yes,
I got this at Spirit.
What do they call that now? Is it fit or drip?
Both?
Is it both acceptable?
I've got that Scream drip.
Scream drip.
That would be like, I think drip is more like accessories.
A lot of Riz.
And this shirt has a lot of Riz.
A lot of Riz.
We're just trying to ruin it for Gen Z as quickly as possible.
The first time I heard someone say Riz, I thought they were talking about the crackers. Like, Ritz?
And then fit is the outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have Scream drip.
What's the difference between drip and fit?
The fit is the outfit. The drip, I believe, is the accessory.
Interesting.
Someone will have to.
Anybody under the age of 25 can let us know. But where'd you get
Nobody
it?
under the age of 25 watches this show. I got it at Spirit. I already said that.
Oh, you did? All right. Yeah, we love Spirit.
We do.
Yeah. If you'll know that we won the lottery because there is at least one Spirit open 24 or 365.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, P Rockzilla? I see you there. And Chris Alarcon, how's it going? And of course, the archive, keeping it clean, keeping it real.
Yeah, that's the most important part. By the way, did you guys spot? Did you guys spot the eyeballs behind Peter? That's how you know Halloween season is here.
Yeah,
because the eyeball lights.
That's not trying to be insensitive towards Raph, by the way.
Shot was fired. one shot was fired.
Raph requested that I make a change to this block real quick.
Did he really?
Yeah, because he wanted me to add a chain.
A chain
to Jason Voorhees' neck, which is a reference to one of the later films.
Oh. I thought it was gonna be like a gangster chain, like a Cuban link or something. Yeah. I'm like, wow, that's a weird request.
So I'm actually doing that real quick. If you want to go to ArtCam real quick while you pull up the story you wanted to pull up.
Well, here.
I'll give him a little tease.
There you go.
Right. So I'm gonna add this chain down here. It's gonna be more work. It's trying to be nimble tonight, but Raph had to have a chain. By the way, this is not the mask that goes necessarily with the chain. So this is just a cool, all-encompassing Jason image. So if you end up winning this, which by the way, we should talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
We should talk about the Patreon. We had a lot of fun. Yeah. In fact, that's why doing this Jason Voorhees block. We first of all, thank you to all you guys.
Oh my God, it's been crazy.
Thank you all so much. Those of you who have joined up on Patreon, it is the reaction, the response was easily way more than I had in mind and that I expected. So that's amazing. Thank you guys so much. And we had a blast on Sunday night. We did our first stream.
We did
our first watch party.
Hold on, let me go over to the browser so they can see it. Okay. So there was our first stream. You will not find it on our YouTube channel. It's only for patrons. Patreons.
Patronies. Patringles.
It's only for people who have subscribed to our Patreon can see this video. The way that it's set up, the way that we did it, for those of you who haven't subscribed to the Patreon yet, we set it up so that once you become a patron, you can rewatch these Let's Watches together. And we have a timestamp at the very bottom of the video. I'll play it really quickly so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, we put a timestamp at the bottom of the video. You can see it there on the bottom right. And that way you can sync up your movie with where we're at in the movie.
Yeah, so we watched Jason, Friday the 13th, part 4.
Yeah.
The final chapter.
Yeah.
Which was super fun. It was it's probably in my top 2 or 3 favorite Jason movies. And so we watched it on HBO Max or whatever it's called. So
I think it was Max.
Just Max, it's called, right?
Yeah.
And so we put a poll up, see where you guys at with your streaming services, because all the movies that we watch, we want to make sure that you guys don't have to necessarily pay or rent, outside of the normal streaming services you have. So we put up a poll today, just a few minutes ago, in Patreon. It's for our patrons only, which is asking you guys to let us know what genres do you want to watch. Are you like us that you can watch?
Are we doing more horror?
80s horror all day, sci-fi, fantasy, action, comedy, all that kind of stuff. So you can vote in that poll, and then in the comments, literally name a title that you'd want us to watch with you. And obviously, it's movies that you've probably seen before, that we've seen before. I like finding horror movies that Gabby hasn't seen yet.
There's quite a bit.
Yeah, so that's fun.
We just finished up most of the Hatchet series.
Yeah, we watched Hatchet 1 through 3, which is a great trilogy. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really bad and good at the same time.
Yeah, it is.
But so like we'll just watch 80s horror all day. But obviously we want to put in some stuff that you guys would be hyped about too. Raph already mentioned an obvious thing we got to do, which is watch a kaiju film at some point. I'm leaning Gamera the Brave because I think it's the one. It's the one that it's the most watchable movie for someone who actually wants to watch the movie.
Okay, but then here's a question.
Yeah.
Is that a September movie or is that a post spooky season movie?
That's what Raph said. It has to be before we get all bogged up in the horror stuff.
No, what do you mean before? That it's already here.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
Maybe it's a November film.
I'll say this. There is a reason to watch a specific kaiju film in October, and I can't say what that reason is yet or what that film is yet. But those people who are watching closely and putting 2 and 2 together with the stuff I've been talking about lately,
they'll get it.
They could deduce it. And so potentially in October, we might, although I don't want to do it because there's only 2 streams in October. for watch parties.
Really?
Yeah, 2 months. I mean, every other week.
Yeah, but like September has 3 Sundays.
Check.
I just told you this a second ago.
No, I'm not doubting that. I'm
you're
saying
checking October.
Yeah.
Hold on. October has, wait, if we stream the 30th, then it's the, wait. Hold on.
No, she's in the wrong year.
Hold on.
She's in 1947.
Oh, there are only 2 Sundays.
See?
Our last stream in September will be the 17th for Patreon.
Uh-huh.
And then we have October 1st,
Okay.
October 15th, and October 29th.
Yeah, but
although
29th
October 29th is not happening because our
It's the
Halloween
day-
party is the
Yeah,
day before, and we'll
right,
be
right. So,
not in
yeah, we'll
shape for that.
probably be wrecked for that. But
Yeah.
if that's the case, we'll do 2 more elsewhere, or we'll do 2 back to. So
Yeah.
we'll make it up somehow.
Man,
But-
should we do an October 31st stream? Because it's a Tuesday. Should we bump it up and do it on
No, we can't come.
No, November 1st, and we do a recap of Halloween. Okay. I like that.
You mean like a regular weekly stream? Yeah, we can't because we'll have people here.
I know, you're
Yeah.
right.
All
Okay,
right.
but Wednesday the 1st, we'll do a Halloween recap stream.
Yes,
It'll be
yes.
great.
So,
Yes.
but nonetheless, we had a great time. We had so much fun. We were
We
talking shit. That we're
did.
laughing at all the great kills, the stupid stuff that the people in the movie do. That's also why the horror is good because there's a lot of goofy things to make fun
Yeah.
of. But anyway, we had.
You want to know the funniest part?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like an hour before that stream, I was in urgent care.
Yes, this is a true story. We literally strolled into that stream with a wristband on her wrist.
Oh my God, it was wild. And to show you proof, this was me getting to, hold on one second. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. This was me getting to urgent care, and this was me like an hour into urgent care. Hold on, you'll see now. Not happy. It turns out that I have a kidney infection, which is super not fun. In case you've ever had one of those or not had one of those,
Sucks.
If you've had it, you know that it is the most obnoxious pain. And if you've never had it before, just punch yourself in the kidney really quick, and then
Don't do
you'll
that.
know.
We don't advise
No,
that.
I don't advise that, but it was really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so they discharged me with antibiotics and painkillers. And then I literally came in and sat in front of the camera and we streamed.
Yeah.
So-
And Gabby was a trooper that night because
Never question
the commitment
my commitment.
to the cause, to the crew. No, she was literally on painkillers and antibiotics.
Yeah,
And
you can. I don't know if anybody could tell.
I don't think so. You
like
were
when I was streaming, I
doing
was
great.
like eating a lot because I was starving because we didn't get a chance to eat before since we were in the ER or whatever, the urgent care. And like I'm terrified of antibiotics because they usually wreck your stomach. So I was like stuffing my face with food to see if I could, like, I don't know, make up for the fact that the antibiotic was going to ruin me. So I was looking back at the video and I was like, oh my God, do I look faded?
No, you were
Because
fine.
I felt like a husk of a woman.
No, you performed hardcore.
thank
Let us
you.
know if you were there. By the way, if you're in the chat right now and you watched us, put a 1 in the chat if you were there hanging out with us. I had a great time with you guys and can't wait to do it again in a couple weeks. Not this Sunday,
No.
but the next
The
Sunday
following
after that.
Sunday.
And we'll announce the movie ahead
And you
of
have
time.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Throw
Hold
it-
on a couple. Oh, Rich says my hair looks very nice. Thank you. I just got it done. In fact, I got it done the day before I went into urgent care. So I looked fabulous. And John says, how are you feeling now? I've had kidney stones, but sounds rough. Yeah, I have not had kidney stones, but I hear it's terrible, but I am feeling a lot better now. Thank you for asking. So what are we going to now? The news?
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's go it.
Entertainment news.
Every time I'm so happy to
I
see
know,
that
it's
thing.
just so
it's the best
good.
thing. It's so good. All right.
Anyway, we're starting off with the weird story of this week, which is this one came up on my Instagram, and I showed it to Peter, and we like both said this has to be discussed on the stream. A Delta flight returns after passenger has diarrhea all the way through the plane.
Bro,
Dude.
this triggered so many anxieties. As somebody who just flew across the country 5 times in
Yeah.
2.5 months.
Yeah. It so I saw the thing that I saw on Instagram was a carousel, so it like said, you know, the title of the headline, but then I got to hear the captain
can't
of the
believe
plane
this,
like
yeah.
calling the tower and being like, yeah, so it's a biohazard issue. A passenger just had diarrhea throughout the plane, and we have to come back and land. I think they were landing back.
Can
in
you play the
Atlanta.
audio?
I don't know. I don't think I can. But you can look it up. Just put plane
Poop.
diarrhea,
Yeah.
literally,
Diarrhea
in
plane.
Google, and you'll find the news article, and you can hear the captain. But he basically just calls the tower. He sounds very calm, but he's like, "Yeah, it's a biohazard thing. I'm turning around. I need to land. They had just had diarrhea all over the plane." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, diarrhea all over the plane. Like maybe they diarrheaed in their seat." And then also went and destroyed a bathroom, and that's probably enough. But dude, then I scrolled to the last slide of the carousel, and it was a video of the aftermath.
It's crazy. It's like Burning Man.
It literally looks like somebody got up from their seat and just shat themselves throughout the entire aisle leading to the bathroom. So that means everybody got it.
My immediate reaction in my head was, it's a miracle that this doesn't happen all the time. Like when
it kind of is.
When I'm on a plane and I'm just I first of all, I hate flying, and I hate the airport. I make the best out of it.
I don't think you hate flying. You hate the airport.
I hate the airport. I hate okay, let me say it this way. I hate that I have to fly places. That's the thing. Like, I wish there was another method, But the point is, it's just so stressful with all the security and then the rushing, and are you gonna miss it? And do they move the gate? And then the delays. It's
just surprised more people don't have anxiety diarrhea.
Yeah, well, and you see the people that get on the planes with you, and some of them are just characters, man.
Yeah.
Almost like, and it's just so many people, man. Believe me.
I know, and I just kept thinking to myself, like, oh my God, those poor people who got stuck in the plane while they were landing, which takes like 30 minutes.
God, dude.
I mean, and it probably took a little bit longer because they had to find, like, they have to fit you into all of the planes that are landing.
First of all,
so imagine any amount of time stuck with the smell of diarrhea.
No, back it up further. So he's landing finally. He has to wait for all the planes to move, so he has a spot.
God.
Wait a minute. He had to radio it in.
Yeah.
They had to approve it.
Yeah.
First of all, before that happened, someone had to, the
report
crew had to
it.
report it. He had to be like, wait, what? Are you serious? Like, there's literally shit all over your plane. There can't be. Open the door. Look. Oh my God.
And the worst part is, like, you're sitting there dying and you can't even open a window. You can't escape.
What do you think the conversation was like? He's like,
do you think people threw up?
You be the stewardess.
No, I'm not gonna role play this with you. All I want to know is, do you think anyone threw up from the smell?
I would have. I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it right now.
Okay, we need to move off from this story.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was.
Shit, watch 2023.
Oh, Raph says, I wonder if they deployed the oxygen mask.
Seriously.
I would demand it. I would be like, first of all, throw that man off the plane, or woman. I don't care who it is. Throw it off the plane.
Yeah.
Secondly, oxygen mask. And third, I want a full refund.
Oh,
I want a full refund, and I want a travel credit.
I want to write off. I want to write off my therapy bills after that.
Yeah,
To get me
exactly.
back onto a plane.
Christ. Okay.
Do we have a little chill music happening, or we just
we
got
do.
rid of it? Oh.
It's just low, because otherwise you'll hear us echo.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh, got it.
Yeah. This has happened to every stream, but you ask me every time. It's okay. I like playing this game. Anyway. Next in news, Marvel delays Disney Plus release dates for Echo, X-Men 97, Agatha spinoff, and more.
Isn't it crazy? I was just thinking about this, by the way, that during the pandemic, I was like, man, it's going to be nothing. And then suddenly we're going to have 50,000 products coming out, titles coming out, whether it's TV or movies or whatever it is. Then we got a bunch of shit, and now it's blocked again. And
right.
And what does that mean? That we have another bottleneck coming up?
Pretty much. And this one isn't pandemic related. This is just because the studios are being, really obnoxious about
not wanting to pay people.
Yeah, and not exploit people. But anyway, the weird thing about these projects is that a lot of them are already done. They've completed filming, completed editing. They're done. The only thing that's left is the marketing cycle for them and getting people amped up. So Disney basically says that they want to give each title more of a treatment so that it feels like a big event.
Yeah.
But if you read between the lines, it means we're not going to be able to hype people up unless we have a press tour.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that these like clips from, the trailer or whatever, that they go viral so that people will watch them. But if we don't have any of the actors doing funny press tour stuff, then we're never going to get the attention that we could have gotten, and they might flop. Which is weird for a Disney Plus thing to flop, right? Like, don't they measure the success by how many people sign up for Disney Plus and like the views or whatever?
The views are gone down substantially on everything, on Marvel, on Star Wars. Like Ahsoka had worse first views than Andor, which had abysmal ones.
Yeah.
And so eventually people are going to just stop subscribing. I mean, when we first got Disney Plus, we both said, I think we're just going to have to subscribe to this for life for the library.
I mean, I do love their library.
Yeah. And it's like you pay for the back catalog.
Right. I do love that part.
And then the Mandalorian made us feel like, oh shit, we're getting new stuff. And then WandaVision, then.
Yeah. But then lately it's kind of been hit or miss. Yeah, like I was so let down by Book of Boba Fett. I was so let down by Obi-Wan. And I don't know. The Marvel stuff has also been a letdown.
Yeah. And now they're going to need every bit of marketing. But speaking of Star Wars shows, we had a great time watching Ahsoka.
Oh my God, we had such a great time watching Ahsoka. Actually,
and by the way, spoilers are going to be said here. So if you don't want to hear a spoiler for Ahsoka,
here's your fair warning. If you have not watched the recent episode of Ahsoka, you need to
not watch this part or
you need to mute us for the next 10 minutes.
and by the way, because we need to make fun of a poster really bad. We never do this, but we have to tease the poster they released.
Yeah, the poster is pretty bad.
So first of all, just talk about it, bro.
I mean, basically the poster spoiled what happened in episode 4.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched episode 4 yet, please mute me now because I'm about to spoil it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Anakin shows up at the end. And there was a poster for the episode. I'll show you real quick. Here, let me just show you this poster.
Dude.
Oh my God.
It's actually, wait a second, before we shit on it, before we plain diarrhea all over it, the rest of the poster is actually such a cool
I know, but
poster.
it looks like a fan just photoshopped.
That's what I was going to say.
Anakin into the background to be like, but what about Anakin?
You really think about it, you finally have a poster that shows the real life versions of all these characters you've loved in animation. Ahsoka, Hera, Sabine, Chopper, and like, wow, and it looks cool, for one of these floating head type posters, it looks cool. And this Anakin, dude.
And then the shitty Anakin
zoom in
on
that beat. Zoom in on it, because it needs to be like.
Let me see if I can.
It's look,
dude, it's
in
bad.
The show they deep faked him, and it's pretty good. It's fine. It's not the best.
They didn't deep fake him. They de-aged him.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, that's what it is. They de-aged him, and it's fine. It was quick in the show, and it's better when it's moving. But dude, this freeze frame they got of him, they just kind of wedged him. He's like this.
I know, and the thing is that the de-aging wasn't done very well. You could still tell that he's kind of too old.
Yeah, it was surprisingly not the best effect. I mean, I was cool to see, but Anyway, not to harp on that. I just wanted to say the poster was hilariously so good and then so bad at the same time. But whatever, who cares?
Silver K says he still looks good. I don't know why they de-age him so much. I have to disagree.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
think
do?
Yeah, I've seen what's his face? What's his goddamn name?
Hayden Christensen.
Thank you. All I could think of was Christian Bale.
Christian Haydenson.
I don't know. But I've seen him obviously in interviews ever since he kind of came back with Obi-Wan. And I thought he looked terrible. I was like, ooh, he aged really badly. Stress really must have gotten to him.
He has a very youthful, baby face in a way.
Yeah, but it's like an aged one.
Well, that's what happens. Like it kind of still feels like him and not. It's like an uncanny valley thing. I'll say this. I was a staunch. What's the word I'm looking for? Detractor of episode 2 and 3. Episode 3 was better.
Yeah. We both kind of agreed that it just, the hype train was really too
I'm sorry.
slow.
I'm talking about the prequels.
Oh.
Yeah, episode 2 and 3. And
I thought you were talking about.
No. Episode 2 and 3. But all the PR I've seen of Hayden Christensen, I feel so bad for that guy. Not anymore. Like, he's getting the love that he should have. But the amount of shit he's probably put up with for years. That's what I'm saying.
Stress ages you. And I think, like, the amount of shit that he took for that, I'm sure did not help.
He couldn't really get a lot of other projects. And he was a really good actor in other non-Star Wars projects.
But man,
it was rough.
That was really bad.
All right. But anyway, it was a cool episode. By the way, let's focus on that.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
Really awesome.
In case you don't know, and one more time, I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm about to start talking about this episode in depth. The fact that they really went for it and put Ahsoka back into the world between worlds.
Yeah.
And I think this time she's dead.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know what the implication is because they don't show her body. But like, how would she show up there? Is my question.
I think you're gonna, because in Clone Wars, I was confused if it's Clone Wars or Rebels, but she gets...
No, in Rebels, she gets pulled into the world between worlds.
Well, because she gets quote-unquote killed.
No, she does not.
In Clone Wars,
No, negative. It's in Rebels, she is about to die because she's fighting Darth Vader, and the temple that they're in begins to collapse around them, and Ezra is watching it from a gateway within the world between worlds, and he makes a split-second decision to pull her through the gateway to save her life. And then she goes back through her same gateway into her same timeline, because the Ezra that pulls her out is older than the Ezra that she knows in her timeline. And so she walks back into her timeline, and that's the scene that you see in that episode when you see the temple collapsing and she's like limping out. The only reason why she limped out is because she got pulled out and then put back in.
Okay, I think...
So she didn't die.
Hold on. I agree that she didn't die. I think there's a plot line that I can't remember exactly, or a moment in Clone Wars where Darth Maul kills her, quote unquote. Not really.
I didn't watch the ending of Clone Wars, so I don't know.
I can't remember exactly. I just saw those pieces. But what I'm saying is that they're setting something up where I think she can't die because, like, that light side of the Force personification, the sister from at the end of Clone Wars, is imbued her with some ability to come back. I don't know how they're going to explain that shit.
I don't know. I have to go back and see that because I haven't seen the last season of Clone Wars, so I don't know those storylines. But I don't know.
They be getting into some spicy territory, and I'm looking forward to it because I think someone mentioned it in the chat. Let's see. Oh, it's Raph. They're doing all this other galaxy stuff to open up new projects unrelated to the Skywalker universe, which could be good or bad. Yeah, that's definitely what I think is happening too.
That would be awesome.
A plot device. Well, it'd be awesome if it's executed well, but it's obviously like a in canon plot device, but it's cool because it's been built up slowly over time of all these shows, so it doesn't feel like and now there's a multiverse, guys. Like, it feels more organic.
Oh, look, Rich says she did die in Clone Wars.
Yeah, see?
I have to read that storyline. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think that she's like actually dead.
No,
dead.
I don't
like,
either. I don't either.
Maybe this is another scenario where just like Ezra pulled her through right at the last second to save her life, Anakin does the same. I don't know. Like, I don't know, but that's my. It's like she's like a weird.
That's true. I think she's
like in a weird between limbo.
Yes,
area.
and I think she has some new max level Jedi abilities to be able to go back and forth in this world, and that's part of what they'll have to explain.
Oh, Raph says she's died twice already and clearly dies since she was a voice in Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Well, okay, we'll see.
But it could be. I mean, what they like, she could be. She could be saying that. Oh, I don't think she's totally dead because she's the voice in Rise of Skywalker. I think that's gonna be explained by her being able to tap into that realm without being dead.
Yeah, I don't know that Dave Filoni would be cool with Ahsoka being dead so like quickly in her timeline, but
no, it would be later because think of it.
Or later in the timeline, not by much though, because by the time we're in the Ahsoka,
it would be by the same amount of time of Luke aging from the end of Jedi to Last Jedi.
In Ahsoka, it's been 7 years since the end of episode 6.
Yeah, but they got another like 15, 20 years in between, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
The point is, it's really good.
The point is, it's amazing.
It's a really good show.
This episode finally was like, all right, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
The lightsaber battles were incredible. The position that they put Sabine in to like either get rid of the map that would lead her to Ezra or give it to these, Sith who are about to bring back the biggest bad that we've seen since the Emperor and Darth Vader. That was spicy, dude. And I loved seeing that Sabine did exactly what I knew she was going to fucking do.
Yeah.
Because Sabine has always been a morally conflicted character, and she lets her emotions dictate a lot of what she does. And Ezra is like the only family she has left. So it makes sense that she would do what she did. Anyway, whatever.
What I'm curious about is, first of all, how many episodes are in this show?
Isn't it 8?
I thought it was 8. And we're...
You know what? Sorry, just to harp on something from the chat. Rich says, how about Merrick being nobody?
Yeah.
Is it Merrick or Merrick? It's Merrick. I think it's Merrick. Anyway,
Merrick,
whatever. Who cares? This was a debate that had been going on for a while about whether or not...
This is what happens on YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
The YouTubers try to make it into like...
I know, the theory
Ezra.
train.
It's the guy from the video game.
I kind of wanted it to be Ezra because I thought it was like the implications that he had been brainwashed by this woman. What's her name? Marge. No. Morgan.
Yeah.
I wish her name had been Marge.
Marge.
Who's a night witch, and she like somehow was able to bring him back and brainwash him and
The reason I was hoping it wasn't Ezra's because that would mean that they have a way to access wherever Thrawn is, which would ruin the idea. Like if they're searching for Thrawn, well, where was Ezra? That's probably where Thrawn was.
What was that like weird ghost thing that came out of him? Was he a night witch creation? Is that what? Because
I think
somebody
they're gonna have to explain that.
Raph says that it is.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be like some, like this is a thing that she can do. She can tap into that world too and use the souls or whatever they call them, and reanimate corpses or whatever it is temporarily.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, real quick. I think Tiff in the chat asked if the print is going to be available because her brother loves Jason.
Yeah. So I don't have, these are not like licensed images. They're just studies that I do. I am giving away, and we'll do this on the next stream, the next watch party. I don't know if we said that or not.
The next watch party on Patreon.
The next Patreon watch party, which is not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, we'll be giving away 4 of the prints. 4. So everybody who's a Patreon subscriber has
4
a
of
chance.
the prints that you've made so far.
Yes.
Yes. And you will, if you're a winner, you'll get to choose which one you want. So don't freak out.
True. So everybody who, if you win, you pick the one you want. And so it'll be live. So you don't have to be present to win it, but if you're not there, you should probably send us your
No, I'm gonna send out a form to all of our patrons the night before so that you can fill it out and let us know which one you want. So that way, if you can't attend the watch party but you win, you'll still get your prize and you'll get exactly the one you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
So you don't have to be there to win, but you should probably be there in case you win second or third, so that you can know what's gone and what you want to pick.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll just assign to you.
Yeah, if you don't let us know, we're just gonna pick a random one.
Yeah, but it'll be next Sunday, and this Jason print will be in the pool.
Yes,
obviously. So make sure you're there next Sunday for the watch party if you're a Patreon subscriber. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, it's basically $5 a month. We have the extra streams. We'll be doing extra content there, and I'll be giving away these block prints.
Not the blocks.
No, not the blocks. The
Just
prints. At the end of every month or the second stream of every month.
Yeah.
And we'll do 4.
Yeah.
So.
And we are working on the merch shop, which is going to be for Patreon members only. So I promise that that's coming. And we'll have more details on that hopefully by the next watch party.
Yeah. The blocks will be for sale.
Yeah.
And those could go up at any point.
But those will again be in the patron only shop.
Yeah.
So you'll have to be a Patreon member in order to access the shop itself.
Yes. Some people have been already reaching out to me to see if they could just buy the blocks, and I'm not doing that. It's going to only be on the Patreon exclusive store.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving along into some video game news. Baldur's Gate 3 is finally out for consoles, specifically PlayStation 5. It's been out on PC for a while now, but it just hit consoles, I believe, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And guess freaking what?
What happened?
It got a goddamn 10.
Oh, no shit.
Yes. IGN, and I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom so you can see what I'm talking about. IGN gave it a 10.
What did it give,
masterpiece. Not a 10.
I know, and now I'm like wondering if we got suckered into the wrong game.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was talking to my brother about this earlier, and it's weird because we're like, man, we were so into the Diablo fantasy, you know what I mean? Like when it first came out, we were like, fuck yeah, dungeon crawler, Diablo, it's back.
Fun.
But it does kind of feel like a little bit of a grind quest.
It's a super grind.
And like the story is cool, but I've been playing now, I'm like probably level 27 or something like that, because I've been playing solo and just trying to get through the storyline.
I keep falling asleep.
Yeah, Peter can't play that game. And he also picked a very boring class, so it's kind of his fault.
I thought I was going to pick the most exciting class,
He
but
picked
it
a
ended up being...
freaking warrior. Like, there's nothing to do, or a barbarian. I forget the name of it.
I wreck
But, like,
everybody, but it's like so easy.
yeah, I mean, you're a freaking tank, but also it's so boring to play that. You have no combos.
It's like in my real life when I always win at every video game I play. Is it even fun for me anymore?
Yeah. So anyway, I was talking about it with my brother, and we're like, it's kind of grindy. You know, the story is cool, but it's a little bit like all over the place, and so it kind of loses us and whatever. And then Baldur's Gate comes along and is like, hey, guess what? I'm a fucking 10.
Bro,
and now I'm like, oh man.
I know, but I gotta see more about what makes this game a 10, because I don't just want to jump into another one of these.
I saw an Instagram reel the other day of a guy who was like, I wanted to get my girlfriend into playing Baldur's Gate 3 with me, so I let her sit on my account to try the character customizer, and here we are 3 hours later.
Is that good?
Oh my god. No, 3 hours later on the character customizer.
That's what I'm asking.
Because it's so good. Yeah, people have been
really?
saying it's really good. And
Can you do different species besides human?
I don't know. I haven't looked into this game enough to know about it and speak to it like confidently. The only thing I know about Baldur's Gate, aside from having played it once upon a time with my brother, is that it's a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Yeah. So anyway, I get it might be a Baldur's Gate weekend. We have no idea yet, but it's very possible. So anyway, if you're playing Baldur's Gate, let us know, please, if it's any good. Because I would love to pick this up.
Any game gets a 10 is good news to me.
Didn't
Drink water. Oh god. Oh, she's dead.
Wrong pipe.
Everybody go quiet and just let her cough.
No. Oh my god, I almost died. Anyway, didn't Horizon get a 10?
The first one maybe.
The second one did not?
Oh, I don't know.
And what about God of War Ragnarok? Did that not also get a 10?
I think it did, the first one.
Let's look them up very quickly. God of War. Oh, God. God of War. Wow, I can't type today. Here we go. Ragnarok. Let's see what that got. Oh, it got a 10. And guess what? We didn't finish it.
Yeah.
We didn't finish it. What did we start playing? Vampire Survivor? I swear to God, I'm not joking.
I wasn't going to admit it.
I'm almost positive that the thing that pulled us out of God of War was Vampire Survivor, and we never went back.
Yeah.
Horizon is the other one. Sorry, I'm having trouble typing today. Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. Forbidden West is the other one. Got a 9. We also never finished that because what were we playing? Elden Ring, bitch.
Oh, right. Yeah. And that one was a little bit of a disappointment for me. It was well made and all that. I just didn't care.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Take deep breaths and breathe through your nose.
No. It's making its way out.
Unacceptable.
No. Anyway. Rich says Gabby is headed to the world between worlds. Yeah, any second now.
After urgent care and this cough attack.
I know. My God, I'm cursed. So yeah, anyway, if you are going to play Baldur's Gate or if you've already started playing Baldur's Gate, please let me know if it's worth picking up because I will. And I would love to play with friends. So I know my brother will play with me, but in case anybody else wants to play. Also, we've been playing Dead by Daylight, which has been
I was just thinking.
So fun.
I was just thinking, literally this idea came to me right now. We've been talking about doing like Let's Plays together, but on the Patreon. But what I think would just be cool is if we host like Or we just like have the Patreons can add us as friends or whatever, and we maybe can play Dead by Daylight or whatever.
Yeah. That would be fun. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah.
Logistics.
Speaking of scary games, I came across this one on IGN and I thought it looked really awesome. I very rarely see games that kind of swing for the fences like this. This is a game called Tenebra Somnia. And it's an 8-bit game with live action cutscenes, and it's all horror based. So I'm gonna play the trailer so you understand what I'm talking about, because it is hard to understand. If you are 17 years or younger, please turn away from the screen.
Really?
Yeah. Not really.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn the noise off so we don't get copyright
and talk
flag.
over it.
But like, there's the live. So
Describe
then
it.
there's the 8-bit part, you know, and then as things go to cutscenes, you actually see what's happening in the 8-bit. But then it goes back to the 8-bit, so it's like, I like how it kind of, but it's scary. Like, it's got scary demon things, and then you actually see the demons in the cutscenes.
Dude, what? It's so fun.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. It's an 8-bit survival horror with live action cutscenes, and there's a demo on Steam already. So if you want to try it out, you
PC.
can. Well, I have a Steam Deck, so we can do it. I know, PC Master Race. I don't know what to tell you. And now Steam Deck Master Race. So sorry. But yeah, this looks really cool, and I'm looking forward to a lot of these horror games that are going to start coming out now with the spooky season. And I really like to see the spooky indie games. Like, I don't know if you've ever played Inscription.
What's that one?
Inscription is like a horror card game. It's hard to describe. It came out years ago, or was it last year? 2 years ago? Something like that. But it's basically like, it's not 8-bit. It's more like 16 or 32-bit. Like, it's a little higher resolution. But the idea is that you like walk into a cabin and you have to defeat this entity at a game of cards. Not like, you know, regular 52 cards, but like it's like a Magic the Gathering game. Yeah, you did watch me play the demo.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like shit like that, I love.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
such a vibe.
Yeah, it's like an atmosphere, a little bit of fun.
Yes, I love atmospheric stuff. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll check that out, because the last indie horror game we played was with your sister, with Millie, your sister-in-law, and it was that weird like Ghost Hunters type game where like
No, we didn't play it. We watched it.
It was so terrible.
But we didn't play it.
Right. But it was like even watching them. Like,
Phasmagoria or something.
Yeah.
It's the one where you play a ghost hunter and you walk into the room.
The idea is amazing.
And then the other one was The Maze, which I don't remember the name of that one. I hope my brother's in the chat. He can tell me what it's called. But there's like a game where you're in a maze with a bunch of your buddies and you're trying to make your way out of the maze. But the further in that you go, the crazier things get in the maze. And then you start getting like haunted by this creature that chases you through. And then the maze does things to separate you from your friends. Like the hedges will just suddenly grow in and you'll be separated. No, we didn't. Again, you and I didn't play it. We just watched it on Twitch. Yeah. It was Millie, my sister-in-law, who was playing it. And I didn't know what she was talking about. So I looked them up on Twitch. They look hilarious. Like I can see somebody having a really bad time playing
There are
those
games that are probably more fun to watch than actually play.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. Okay. The ghost hunting one is called Phasmophobia.
That one.
And then the maze one, I'm sure he's going to say it in the chat in a second.
Yeah. It
But yeah,
my favorite.
I love those like horror based kind of indie games because they do like rely more on vibe and clever mechanics rather than like big AAA production. And sometimes that actually ends up being a lot more fun and more spooky.
To me, there's nothing has come close to Dead by Daylight. It's crazy how much I love that game. Nothing.
Yeah, but Dead by Daylight is like a competitive.
I know, but it gets the vibe.
Yeah.
It fills you with like the thrill of, you know, the hunt or being hunted, which is like
it's true. It
it's
is
so good.
And let me ask you something. Now that it's been a year, where does the Evil Dead game rank for you?
Separate.
Is it? It's not one versus. It's not like rank
Two
one, rank
different
two.
things. You can enjoy both of those. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, which just came out.
Which just came out. I played a few rounds of it. I got bored real fast. I got what the fun part of the game was, but it just felt like a lesser thing. And I know that it's not exactly like Dead by Daylight, but it's close enough that I just want to play Dead by Daylight. Evil Dead is way more like easy to get into, and it's just like an action, like great. I mean, talk about a vibe. It's so good.
Oh, it is a vibe. A vibe.
But those two can live together.
To me, Evil Dead is fan service. like for a very specific group of people who like Evil Dead and all of the incarnations of it, whereas Dead by Daylight is for everybody who's ever loved anything horror related.
That's a good point. I was gonna say the gameplay of Evil Dead seems a little easier, but the Dead by Daylight with the original characters, anybody can get into it and play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, moving along.
Not sponsored by them, just strongly recommending you guys try that out.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this because I'm actually very attached to this show, Castlevania. So I've already watched it twice, the Castlevania on Netflix. I've finished the entire series, and it's, to me, a masterpiece, right? And then I found out recently that they're coming out with a spin-off called Castlevania Nocturne, and it takes place, it's taking place several years after the events of the first Castlevania on Netflix. And this is with Maria and Richter you'll know them from Symphony of the Night.
Oh, by the way, Zach Presley just joined the Patreon. Thank you so much, Zach.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, if you guys join during the stream, I'll get notified on my watch. I'll shout you out.
So there is no more Dracula in this version of Castlevania because, again, this takes place after the original Castlevania on Netflix, and in that one, Trevor Belmont and his crew, including Alucard, beat Dracula and like kind of send him away. So this actually has to do with another big bad, which is the Vampire Messiah, which is amazing. Like, I already love that the big bad is a vampire messiah who is trying to cleanse the world by doing some fucked up shit with the sun. I don't know. And it also takes place during the French Revolution. So, I'm ready for this. Totally ready for this. And this is it's the same studio that animated the first Castlevania, so it will be wonderful. Powerhouse Animation. And yeah, the poster looks incredible. I mean, look at that shit.
I can't say too much about it, but I may know quite a bit about this.
How dare
season.
you have not told me anything?
I have
actually.
Told
you know what?
I have told you.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Don't tell me anything.
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
I've already apparently erased it from my brain.
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Okay, don't tell me anything.
I'm gonna say is, if you're a fan of the first one, this looks like it's gonna be just so freaking great.
Yeah.
And I am notoriously not the biggest anime fan. There's certain anime that I love to death. I've talked about it, Cowboy Bebop, Akira.
Yeah.
There's certain ones that they're just perfect.
Yeah.
And Castlevania was one of those. I'm like, this is awesome, no matter what kind of fan you are.
I agree. I think the humor in the original one was so
good.
Every season was
talk about
amazing.
Great horror vibes.
Yeah, and
great story.
Yeah, it's a great one for spooky season. If you've never seen it, or honestly, like Mato is in the chat, and he's like, rewatch. It is a rewatch.
By the way, you don't have to know anything about Castlevania to enjoy it, because I don't remember anything from when I was a kid playing those games.
I remember Symphony of the Night.
Like, I know basic things, like the Belmonts, the Alucard,
Dracula,
yada.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't really have to have played the games to know anything. They're just standalones. Trevor Belmont, I don't think is even in the games. He was like created for this.
Right. Yeah.
Trevor Belmont, which is the Belmont from the Castlevania
He's
Netflix.
related to Simon Belmont.
Right, he's related, but in that storyline, he is the last of the Belmonts.
Correct.
All of the other ones have been killed or died natural. Not that they do, but they're all dead, and he's the last one. So
You were right.
yeah. Bob N says, Gabby,
correct, sir.
a good French period movie that is horror is
Brotherhood
of the Wolf. I've never seen it.
It's
Did
really
you see
good.
it?
Oh my god, when it came out, I'm definitely due for a
Yeah?
rewatch.
Okay, we should watch that one.
lot of
I
fun.
love werewolf stuff too.
Dude, I love werewolf stuff, and I've been on a couple months ago. I went on a werewolf binge of all the werewolf movies I never saw coming up that I should have, like Silver Bullet, The Howling. Hello,
Which was the one that you watched last year that I didn't see? Was it The Howling?
The Howling. I watched it this year. The one I keep telling you that's pretty good, and anybody wants a recommendation. It's called like The Wolf of Snow Hollow or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like on one of the streamers. It's free
Yeah.
to watch on one of the streamers, and it's a lot of fun. It's got a cool twist too.
Okay. Well, September 28th, Castlevania Nocturne. Apparently, you don't have to have watched the original Netflix series because this one takes place so many decades after the original
cool.
that it's a standalone. Although there will be callbacks to the original, but it's not like,
vampires are
necessary.
forever.
Yeah, exactly. John, let them eat blood cake. Yes, it does take place during French Revolution, so you know it's going to be fun. Anyway, moving along. There's a new trailer for The Exorcist Believer, and I am even more stoked now.
You saw it?
Yes, of course I saw it.
Is it better than the first one?
I think you'll like it a little bit more, but I think the issue is that you're just annoyed by the girls.
I'm not the girls per se, but the portrayal of them in everything I've seen so far, which is they're just a little bit like, you're gonna get it now because we're evil, and this time there's two of us. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Well, there's a
angsty.
reason why there's two of them this time.
No, I don't have a problem with the two of them. That's cool. My problem is that like
there's a lot more them speaking as demons this time around, which is kind of cool. In this trailer, there's more of them like
that's what I was
addressing the situation. The demons, I mean, are or whoever's possessing these.
I'm gonna try not to see that because I know I'm gonna see this movie. I don't want to watch any more trailers for it.
That's okay.
But I
thought it was really good.
Yeah, that's good.
They definitely talk a little bit more about Reagan's mom. Like they kind of make more mentions to her being there and why she's there, and like what is the issue, like what is the thing that the demon wants in this one is more clear. You definitely get a lot more scenes of them being possessed and like what that sounds like and everything.
Yeah, I don't want to see any more. You know, the funny thing is that what I thought was so good about the first Exorcist, I mean, like, there's a million things to point to, but is the portrayal of Reagan in the possession like phase. It felt like another person. It did not feel like Reagan in makeup, like what's her name, in makeup with the
Linda
special.
Blair.
Yeah, it did not feel like that. I know that's what it was, but it just felt like the sum of all parts were the greater
do you think
than the
that's
whole.
just because it was
whole
the first time that it was done and like so it set a
I
standard?
don't know. I've
that
seen
was
exorcism
impressionable?
movies and shows where they do it like I just described, where it feels like this is fucked up. And then I've seen ones where it's like, you know, like I love the Deadites, but they're obviously funny.
Yes.
And they're like,
Well, they're sassy.
yes, but that's funny.
It is
But I
funny.
don't want it in my Exorcist. I
Well,
don't
but
want
they're not
Deadites.
sassy in The
Okay,
Exorcist.
good.
I mean, the scenes that I've seen from the
Good,
new
good.
trailer, they are very scary and very mean. And there was one scene, I won't give too much detail, but basically the demon releases the little girl to like have a conversation with the mom, and it is extremely unsettling.
Oh, cool.
So I will say that I was pretty stoked. I'm still stoked. I know maybe a lot of people aren't, but I love The Exorcist, and I like seeing it get a little bit of breath of life into it. You know,
Me too. I love The Exorcist, and I think The Exorcist 3 is one of the most underrated sequels of all time.
Yeah.
And one of the most impossible sequels when you think about like what it had to follow. And I love David Gordon
Green's
Halloween movies.
Yeah.
All three of them. I like Halloween Ends a lot. I know I'm on the short list there, but I do. So I'm in. I just didn't love that trailer, but hey, we're also people who didn't love the what's her name, Megan trailer, and loved
then
the
we
movie.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to do much more than what it's doing right now.
Cool.
Like it's not going to be the original Exorcist.
I'm not
I
looking
think
for that.
everybody needs to calm down too and not compare
I'm not looking
these
for that.
two things
No.
together. You know, it's a different thing. It's a newer thing. They're trying to grab a newer audience.
Yeah. I'm down with all that.
You know,
You
I
know,
think
I'm,
that's the issue.
You know, I'm not like a snob.
No,
horror
I
fan.
know.
Like,
I just-
I'll like it. Like the bar isn't even that high for me. It's just when that was the vibe, I was like, oh no, this is probably the one thing I don't want out of this movie.
What is two girls?
No, it's the sassy portrayal of them in that trailer. The makeup looks fucking awesome. It's still Christopher Nelson who did
by
the
the way,
Michael Myers mask.
I still don't get the sassiness from any of those trailers, so I don't know what you're
It's
talking
like,
about.
There's that scene where she's like, the body and the blood, the body and the blood.
But that's not her.
I know.
That's the demon.
I know. That's even worse. I'm not saying that like two sassy girl characters are in the movie. That's not it at all. It's in fact quite the opposite. It's the scenes that they've showed in the film where they have already clearly been possessed, and they're acting like a little like. You know,
I don't read that as sassy at all. I read it as going crazy. It doesn't read to me in any way, shape, or form.
It feels to me a little tantrumy. I don't know. Am I alone, guys, in the chat? Like, are you guys? If you see what I'm seeing, if you're seeing a little sass, put a 1 in the chat. If you think I'm way off the mark, put a 2 in the chat. I'm just curious. It could just be me, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Nash villains, 2 girls, 1 demon. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, Pazuzu.
Pazoos.
Pazuzu. That's the demon in Exorcist, by the way.
Yeah.
Pazuzu.
I know.
Pazuzu.
But it's also the.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Anyway. Okay. So moving along into more scary horror news. Halloween Horror Nights premiered last weekend.
Little FOMO.
I know. We were really thinking about it, like thinking about going.
People in the comments, Jared says, I see sassy. I agree they come off as spoiled brats.
Yeah, but then Christopher says, yeah, I agree with Gabby. Huh.
No. I'm not saying that.
Bob says he agrees with you. He says the church scene was annoying.
Yeah. It was, like I said, I'm sure there's a chance that the context. I like Sassy Pete. Do more. Patreon.
You don't want any more of that.
Whatever.
Anyway, it's fine. Whatever.
I want to be wrong. I'm hoping to be wrong.
Yeah, I hope you are wrong too. I hope you're wrong. I hope
too.
I'm not wrong. I hope it actually ends up being fun. But whatever.
Me too. Let's
what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah,
Halloween Horror.
sorry, Halloween Horror Nights.
What was I going to tell you?
What was I going to tell you? So we had thought about going this year because we have a trip to Orlando coming up, and we said, well, why not try
While
to
we're
fit
there.
in, some Halloween Horror Nights in there. However, by the time that we got around to booking the tickets, the one thing that we wanted to book tickets for was already sold out.
Yeah.
Our fault.
Frankly, so was the other thing. Like, we wanted to do the lights on tour, sold out.
That was it. No, regular passes with
not
the
interested.
express pass is still available. Let me
Yeah,
not.
but I don't want to do that.
But we don't want to do that. We either wanted to do the RIP tour, which
Where they walk you
it's
right
like-
into the front.
right? Or we were just gonna spend an afternoon doing the lights on tour,
Yeah.
where you get to tour the houses with all the lights on, no scare actors, but they
Yeah.
kind of give you like the breakdown of the scenery and they give you fun facts or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Cool.
And both of those things were
Shit's
sold
gone.
out by the time that we went in. So we're not doing Halloween.
I don't think I'm built for that anymore. Like, the idea of, like, you gotta sign up online, be there, ready for the drop. Like, the thing.
No, but it wasn't like that, because when I looked it up earlier this year, like I
could still
think it
get
was
it?
June maybe, I was looking up the thing and you could still get it. Like, there were plenty of nights. It's just that we waited until September. That's
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
over. Everyone's there. So anyway, Bo Yordi says a few more days and I'll be in Florida for Halloween Horror Nights. Can't
Nice,
wait.
dude.
Please give us all the deets. I
Yeah,
want
take
to know.
pictures.
Anyway, I pulled this one up just to give you guys a little glimpse of what's going on in there. There are Fangoria went and toured 2 of the 10 houses, the Chucky house and the Universal Monsters Unmasked house. The Chucky house actually looks really cool.
Yeah. We've seen all the walkthroughs already.
We have seen all the walkthroughs. You can see them online. Our friends over at Ordinary Adventures did a really great one. Grim Life Collective also did a walkthrough. So if you want to like see them in detail, you can watch those. That's usually what we do every year anyway.
Yeah.
But apparently in the Chucky house, Chucky has possessed like everybody. Like somehow he's able to possess everybody. So it's just a bloodbath.
Dude, I will say about the Chucky house and Chucky as a franchise right now, we are in prime Chucky time. Like I was always like a Child's Play fan, like a casual Child's Play fan. I watched them all and liked them, etc. But dude, the Chucky series, which I think you can watch it all on Peacock now, it is so good, and it's super campy, but the kills are awesome, and it's like the world building is like really good, and it's like really takes a lot from the films. You know, it is, if you're a Chucky fan, a Child's Play fan, I don't know how you're not loving that show. And if you've never seen any of the movies, you don't really need to know that much. You could just start watching it, but it's so fun. So good.
I mean, I think if you get the idea behind what Chucky is, you can still have fun.
There's a deep Chucky lore, remember, with
there is a lot of lore.
the curse and the kid and the wife
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah,
But it's great.
the haunted house looks cool. Some people said that it was really scary. Some people said that it's not. So I guess it just depends on how you feel about Chucky. Like in honestly, Chucky doesn't really scare me Like the book, the movies, nothing about it
When
scares
you were
me.
kids, it didn't throw you
No.
off at all?
No.
Because when I was a kid, just seeing the box art in the VHS in the rental stores, like there was a promo picture where he's cutting the head off of a Jack in the Box,
Okay.
and that rattled me as a kid.
Bummed you out? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it just didn't like. I don't know. Dolls don't freak me out.
I hate dolls.
I love
haunted
dolls.
I hate haunted.
I like all dolls, even haunted dolls. I just like them.
The porcelain dolls.
They don't freak me out. No, they don't
Ooh.
freak me out. I like them.
Hideous.
Anyway, Universal Monsters also has another house this year. This time it's called Universal Monsters Unmasked, and it takes place in the city of Paris. So a lot of the monsters that are featured in this house are monsters, I guess, that have like a storyline in or around Paris. So there's a lot of Phantom of the Opera. I believe it's also the Invisible Man, which is weird because I could have sworn the Invisible Man was in Germany. Or no, that's Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein is German.
They that's right, because they said it's like all Parisian, but I didn't think it was in Paris either, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. I feel like somebody who went through the house said like I was confused as
Peter
to
Soretta,
why.
Yeah.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I don't think it's like from the watch through that we saw, it doesn't look as good as the past Universal Monsters houses. Like the Bride of Frankenstein house looked incredible. I'm so sad I missed that. And then last year they had it was the werewolf versus Dracula versus the mummy. It was a three-way.
That was cool.
And every week or something they changed which one of the three would win. So depending on which week you went, you would get a different ending, which is also very cool. But this year they said that it was kind of like cool and spooky, but it wasn't terrifying.
No.
You know.
I kind of don't want a scary Universal Monsters house. I just want a cool Universal Monsters house.
That's
Like-
what I thought the Bride of Frankenstein one was.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's such a story.
Yeah, like I don't
You
need it to
know?
be actually scary. Like don't force something.
Yeah.
Round Spider says, "What am I drinking, Peter? This is Health Aid Kombucha. If you want to give me the one real quick, since they asked.
Wait a second.
There it is. Oh no, there it is. So I get this at Sprouts, Farmers Market, it's called, and or any grocery store they have it. Passion fruit tangerine is freaking delicious if you like kombucha. I also may have spiked it with some medicinal drops.
No wonder you're in such a good mood. Round Spider says, "Hey, what happened to those monster movies that Tom Cruise is doing? The Mummy,
Oh,
Russell Crowe,
my
Jekyll and
God.
Hyde. Yeah, I think
That
they
canceled
scrapped
it.
that.
Dark Universe.
Yeah, I think that was gone because those movies bombed.
Which is crazy because it wasn't bad. The Mummy wasn't bad.
No,
And
I
they
thought it was
also
okay.
announced the entire cast for the entire. Remember that fucking audacious picture they put in one of the magazines where it's like Russell Crowe and Johnny Depp and Tom Cruise, like the Dark Universe. And
Wow,
like,
no, I don't
you don't
remember that at all.
Look it up. Look up Dark Universe promo pic.
All right, hold on. Dark
It's such a bummer.
Universe promo pic.
It's that era where everybody was announcing every fucking thing like 10 years out.
This one right here.
Yeah.
How that terrible Monster Universe cast photo happened.
Yeah. That's a funny thing to read.
Why? What did they have to say about
No,
that?
I said that would be a funny thing. I wonder. I don't think it was the worst photo. It's just it was like, don't do that. Like, you box yourself in.
Surprise, it has emerged that this photo was a ruse. These 5 people actually did not gather together in a Sears portrait studio to have their picture taken.
I believe it.
Oh, that's funny.
But like, think about it in art, like objectively, a top tier film studio with AAA talent making the new Universal Monsters. Yeah, I would be super down for that, but they don't know how to make monster movies is the problem. Remember we talked about it the other night on the stream that there are cases, there are examples of a scary monster movie nowadays, and they'd have to go down that road.
Yeah, I agree. They can't phone it in.
No, they can't just make everything like an action adventure movie.
Jay Shave says, I'm waiting on the Guillermo del Toro Monster Universe. You know what? All of us are.
That was a thing for a while. That was rumored that he was going to do
Yeah.
a Creature from the Black Lagoon movie,
Yeah.
which I guess he did.
Well, moving along. So there's a trailer out for a movie called When Evil Lurks. This is another demonic possession movie. And we don't have any story details yet, but the trailer looks awesome. And just based on the trailer, I kind of really want to watch this. I love demon possession stories. I know
Yeah.
that's not everybody's favorite, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down here. So this is the official trailer for IFC Film Festival. There are not a lot of details, like I said, about the plot, but if the trailer is any indication of what we're looking at, it's gonna just be a really like fucked up demonic possession. It's not gonna be like the slow creep of a usual one where you're just like, what's going on here? Is this person really possessed? Or you know what I mean?
No sassy kids?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not playing the sounds right now because obviously I don't want to get copyright flagged, but the sounds of this trailer are truly disgusting. Yeah, it's a lot of like gurgling flesh, cracking bones, weird mouth sounds, you know, just shit that nobody wants to really see. But yeah, I don't know. This looks awesome, so I'm ready for it. It's called Where Evil Lurks. Oh no, wait. Did I just come up with that? Yeah, When Evil Lurks, not where.
Why evil lurks?
Why? Who?
Whomst evil lurks?
Whomst is evil.
For whomst evil lurks?
It says Demian Rugna's Terrified is hands down one of the scariest films of the past decade. Released in 2017 and still scaring the shit out of newcomers most of a decade later, Rugna's film is mandatory viewing for any horror fan who thinks they've seen it all. As such, we have been eagerly anticipating his next film, When Evil Lurks, and today we are thrilled to be getting our first look at the film's trailer. I have not seen Terrified. Have you?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Huh, neither have I.
Fake fan.
Yeah, fake fan.
Fake fan.
I would be down to at least, you know, read about it
Yeah.
and find out about it.
What's
But the
funny-
trailer just looks good, so,
Yeah.
you know.
What's funny is that just reminded me of that movie that we never saw that we talked about seeing after Texas Frightmare, which was Malum.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Isn't that on Shudder?
I don't know. I
Do we
forgot
need to
what
get
it is.
Shudder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have Shudder.
Okay, we should watch it. Maybe that could be a watch party.
Yeah, but we should probably like learn something
Pre-screen
about it
it.
first in case it's like hereditary.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then you
Yeah.
have to walk out of our own stream.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not doing that again. Or ever doing that on a stream. I mean,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
walked out of the theater, but I won't do that to you guys.
Yeah, but would you want to? What would you do if that happened? Like, what would you do if you were in a
I would
scenario?
leave.
That's what I'm saying.
I would leave. You would have to finish it alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not that funny with myself.
No, you can be funny-ish.
Just freeze.
Just freeze. You're taking a long time with this block today.
Am I?
By the way, if we're trying to hit the 1 hour 30 mark, which we've been doing almost every stream,
I
you
gotta be- I
have
got-
20 minutes left.
I'm super good to do that.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah, please.
Des Ref
dare you.
fan wants
Des
to know.
Des Reffin, he's a regular.
Oh, hey. Why did you walk out of Hereditary?
Oh, yeah, tell them real quick.
Dude.
You've since seen the whole movie, you should say.
Yes, I have seen the whole movie already, but when I went to go watch it,
Your first time was my second time.
Yes, Peter was like, it's great. It's such a great film. It is definitely a little disturbing, but it's just like, it's totally watchable, doable. It's like demonic possession shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can do that. And so I walked in, and the reality is that none of the, I guess, quote unquote, scary parts are what got to me. Like, you know, this girl getting her head knocked off and the mom and the fire and all that shit. None of that scares me. But it was her reaction to finding her daughter dead in the car, and then the way that she was like crying upstairs and telling her husband, like, I just want to die, like, let me die, I can't do this. Like, that scene unsettled me so hard that I had to leave. Like, I sank into empathy in that moment, and it was so real and so visceral that I was like, I can't. I had a panic attack immediately and left.
I still think that's one of the most criminally underrated pieces of acting I've ever seen in my life. Is Toni Collette in that movie.
Dude, I can't believe she didn't get nominated for something for that, because that was, not only was she incredible in that moment, but the rest of the film, she was incredible.
Yeah, she was awesome the whole movie.
And like, I couldn't do it. It was so unsettling. And so I came home and I was fine, and you know, I got over it or whatever, but I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to watch the rest of this, because if that happened in the first 30 minutes of the film. So I was like, what is the rest of this fucking freak show going to be? And so I just did what any rational person would do, and I read the plot completely, like the full spoiler. And then I went back and rewatched it. And after that part, like, I just obviously fast forwarded through all of that, and then I watched the rest of it from there. It was fine.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's the first time since The Exorcist where I felt a movie was equal parts like terrifying, unsettling, and fun, and like cool deaths and gore and all that. It's like it had everything. without cheapening out in any one category.
No, I thought it was great, but like it was just too real.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I swore off all of the Ari Aster films.
Although the rest of them, I mean,
I didn't watch Midsummer.
Midsummer is like a nothing compared to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need the unsettling thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's too detailed in its sadness and its disturbing imagery, I guess. I don't know. There's just something about it that gets me very unsettled and I don't like it. I just don't need that. You know, give me more slashers. I loved Hatchet, and I've watched 3 films already of Hatchet, and that is straight up splatter gore.
That is a gore festival.
It is a gore festival, and I was fine. I was laughing my way through all of them.
Yeah, Hatchet's amazing.
If you haven't watched Hatchet yet, you really should.
Yeah,
whole series.
If you like slashers, well, you and I haven't seen part 4, Victor Crowley,
right?
But the first 3 are awesome.
Yes,
Like,
they are very
good.
good.
If you like slasher movies, if you like Friday movies, you know it's.
I love Friday movies. I love Halloween. I love all. I mean, I don't really love the Freddy movies. They're okay. The first one is the best. The rest of them are all kind of like whatever. I think I'm already up to the point where we're to the new ones because I just watched the new Nightmare.
You skipped part 5.
No, then we just rewatched it the other day. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember anything.
Remember there's the one with the kids, the
finished
artist
it? Yeah.
friend and whatever.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
So what you remember? What does Freddy turn into in his dream?
Oh, wait, Freddy doesn't turn into anything.
You didn't see it. I knew it. You didn't finish it. Trust me.
I thought we finished it the other night.
You did not, and that's the best part of the movie.
Okay, well, we'll watch that, and then I will have watched all the old ones.
Yeah.
And then I can go to
the remake.
The remake with Rorschach's guy,
Yeah.
the guy who played Rorschach in...
His name escapes me now.
I don't know, who cares? And then... look, Christopher Allen makes a good point. The Witch was Ari Aster. I like The Witch.
The Witch is awesome.
Yeah, I think that was a great one. It's just Hereditary and Midsummer just...
Well, you haven't seen
too
Midsummer.
much. Yeah, but I don't want to.
Oh.
I saw the first like 15 minutes of
Did you?
Midsummer. Yeah, because they had it on YouTube. And like the whole scene with the parents and the sister
Yeah,
and
but
that
you
whole
get it
shit.
out of the way
Oh my
quick.
God. Yeah, but that's a problem. I can never get over it. That's like
get it out of the way.
a speed bump I can't get over. It's just too unsettling and sad
It's not
and
as
dark.
sympathetic, to be honest.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's besides the point. We're moving on. So Pet Sematary has a new film coming out called
Really?
Bloodlines, and it is a prequel.
Oh.
Yeah.
That remake was okay. I liked it, but
What do you mean a remake?
they did a remake.
Oh, that's right. They did do a remake.
with Lord Farquaad. God, I can't remember his real
Lord
name.
Farquaad.
How did I remember that and not the actor's name, bro? What's his name, dude? From Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh my God, what is this guy's name?
Shit.
The dad.
Bro, what's his name?
What's his name, bro?
We can't move on until someone says
Chat,
it.
help us.
Jackie Earl
Who's
Haley
Lord
was
Farquaad?
Freddy, yes.
Yeah.
John Lithgow. Thank you, Colin.
John Lithgow.
Jesus
Oh my God, what's
Christ.
wrong
I was
with
gonna
this?
sit there and die.
Yeah, no, it was good. I forgot about that remake, but this isn't a remake.
What is it?
This is a prequel.
Oh, yeah, but to the remake or to
Pet
the original?
Cemetery Bloodlines to the original. Yeah, and it's rated R.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
And a lot of the remake was
Just
really
saying.
nice. I'll see it.
I don't have a trailer for you, unfortunately, but I do have a little bit of a synopsis for the story. Here's the official plot synopsis. In 1969, a young Judd Crandall has dreams of leaving his hometown of Ludlow, Maine behind, but soon discovers sinister secrets buried within and is forced to confront a dark family history that will forever keep him connected to Ludlow. Banding together, Judd and his childhood friends must fight an ancient evil that has gripped Ludlow since its founding, and once unearthed, has the power to destroy everything in its path. Sounds like it.
Stephen King.
Yeah, I know.
You know what's funny?
but
We haven't.
still.
Well, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch anything that's like in that genre. You know what I was just thinking, by the way? 2 movies that I know you haven't seen, and I haven't seen them either. Both car movies. Christine.
I am so not interested.
People love it.
But why?
Well, we have to watch to find out. I'm sure there's a vibe in that movie. Remember Vibes?
I do. Get to work.
Remember? And then
Get
the
to
other-
work. You have
the-
15 minutes.
And the other one was Maximum Overdrive.
I don't want to see any of those.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive supposedly is really good. Tell us in the chat if we should watch either of those movies.
Nashville says the whole movie will be them putting up the fence for the cemetery and going, well, this here will be a pet cemetery. Credits. That's That's it. It's a 5-minute film. Oh my God. Christopher Alcone says Christina's great. But what could be great about a scary car?
It's possessed,
But okay, so then get out of the way.
I bet you there's really good kids.
Like, what does it just show up under your bed? Like, you can see it coming from literally from miles away. Like, what?
There's a car under my bed.
It's like, what is it gonna tickle your feet? Oh, it's gonna. What is it gonna pop out of the toilet like gremlins? Like, what could be scary about a possessed car? Just go upstairs. Literally, go upstairs.
Man.
Do the exact opposite of every slasher movie. Go upstairs and you will be fine. What is the car gonna go up the stairs after you?
Go upstairs. I'm with you in the sense that that's why I never
God.
watched it, because I'm like, I don't want to watch a movie about a car. But man, it's one of those movies where my whole life people are like, bro, it's you gotta watch Christine, dude. I'm like, really?
I don't know.
I'll
man.
also say that I avoided the
Look,
blob.
Ryan Dole says I have 2 friends that own the Christine car. What?
No shit.
That's it's too much. Jason Winter says you should watch both, otherwise you lose horror fan clout. No, I think I have more horror fan clout because I planted the flag and said there could be nothing scary about a fucking haunted car.
No, they're right. They are the challenge accepted, by the way. And by the way, Ryan Dole's show is coming up next at 10 o'clock. If I can get this done in time, we can go over that.
Then fucking get to it. I just can't see anything scary about a car.
I know, but that's the thing.
Get out of the car. It's haunted. Get out. Just get out.
Okay.
First of all, don't get in.
Hear me out.
Go away. Get in a plane. You're done. Fly somewhere else.
Haunted car, don't go in. Done.
Yeah, done, bro.
Haunted kids, leave them in the forest. Done.
Done. I have an answer for everything.
Give them a cell phone.
It's
TikTok,
like that.
Done.
It's like that Instagram guy, the representative for Latino Spookies, where he's like, "Did you hear something? No, you didn't. Go home." Oh man. Christine is by John Carpenter.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
But it's a Stephen King film.
Well, no, Stephen King story.
It's Stephen King story, but it's done by John Carpenter.
Yeah, it's a list of shame.
Okay, but I don't know.
Yep, we're watching it.
God, I will watch it, but I need to be drunk because I don't know that I'll be able to like.
You know the soundtrack's gonna be fucking awesome. You know it.
I know, but it's just stupid. It's just a stupid premise.
I know, but what if it's the best movie ever, dude?
That's like, bro, that's like a haunted air conditioner. Like, get out of the house. Just leave. Unplug it.
That Family Guy bit where Stephen King's in his editor's office. Like, so what do you got for me? And Stephen King's like, story about a lamp, a crazy, scary lamp.
Scary haunted lamp.
And he's like, you're not even trying anymore. Right?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, what if?
Like, I feel the same way, by the way, about Cujo. Like Cujo, I watched as a kid and I was like, this is not scary. I'm not scared. How are you scared of Cujo?
Gabby was probably just a badass little kid, like spitting at, chewing tobacco.
No,
Cujo.
It's not that. It's just that like Stephen King did a lot of shit that scared the fuck out of me. Like Pet Sematary scared me as a kid. Like that scene where they slash the fucking ankles.
What about Thinner?
Thinner didn't scare me either.
No, Thinner's not scary.
Because I was very thin as a kid.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're not going to die. You'll be fine. I weigh like 50 pounds soaking wet. You'll be fine. In fact, you have a few more pounds to lose. Thinner didn't get me. What were the other like old school? Okay, It was scary.
Yeah, dude.
It fucked me up for a long time. Like I could not see a drain without thinking like I'm done. Pennywise is waiting for me. But like
The Shining?
The Shining.
That's Stephen King.
No, that didn't scare me either.
Really?
No.
The old lady in the bathtub?
No. No, but I think by the time I saw The Shining, I was probably already in high school.
Probably already a disaffected
And so I was like,
youth.
meh. It was cool. It was vibey. I don't know. Gabby, oh wait, hold on. I'm just paying attention to the chat now. What if Cujo was driving Christine? I'm even
Gabby's
less
like
scared.
double me.
I'm even less scared. All I hear is the clown music ding, 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 in the background. God, so stupid. Yeah, Stephen King is very hit or miss. He can sometimes have really vibey, scary shit,
it's
and
not
other
him
times it's like,
making the
I don't care.
It's not him making the movie. Apparently, people who read his books say the books are all awesome.
Yeah, his books are awesome. I kind of, that was my middle school reading obsession with Stephen King books. And what's this other guy? It's not Dean Koontz.
Dean Koontz.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he the other horror?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Dean Koontz. I don't remember anything that I read back then, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so not scary. But, Pet Sematary, definitely a little bit, like, super creepy. So I'm looking forward to this to see what it is that happens in this town that makes everything so miserable and makes this guy stay. And then I want to see them erect the Pet Sematary. Okay, and last in the news. So Peter has to.
No, you better.
Peter better freaking hurry up.
Take it
bro.
easy because this one's got a lot of detail on it.
Oh no.
This is a Patreon. This one's gonna be a Patreon special. A Patreon Grail.
Oh, see, Rich says watch The Mist. Yeah, The Mist
is fucking awesome.
And the thing is that The Mist is
Rich,
not
The Mist is
scary.
Okay, calm down.
The Mist is not scary.
It's not that it's scary, but it's got
Walking Dead fucked up The Mist for me.
I'm saying that the Mist.
Ending just is the best ending ever.
The ending is so
yeah, but it's
messed
not
up,
scary.
Well, it's scary that one crazy woman who loses her shit. The religious
no,
lady.
but that's because you have like baggage about religious people.
Yeah, but just saying like that, she was crazy.
Yeah, but she didn't scare me. She annoyed me.
It's not religious people; it's crazy people.
Either way, it was just annoying. I was just like, all right, like let's move it along and get her eaten by a demon already. Like that's all I need. But it wasn't that. What was truly unsettling was the ending of that film.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying the ending is what's unsettling.
Bro, if any of you guys have never watched The Mist, it is so goddamn good, and the ending is one of the best endings of all time. And it's a different ending than what happened in the original story. So they created it for this, and boy, oh boy, once in a while when they do that, it's the right move.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, moving along.
All right, I'm pretty close.
You get one more, so hurry up. Yeah. Aliens attack in the first No One Will Save You trailer.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
This is a
I
serious
can't believe
movie?
that you did not know about
Is it
this.
serious
This
or is
is
it a joke?
serious. No, it's serious. The director of Spontaneous is back with a terrifying alien/home invasion thriller.
Wait, but it's like a stupid movie, like a
No, it looks
stupid
really
Anchor Bay or
cool. No, it looks cool. I watched the trailer. I'm gonna play the trailer for you. You will not hear anything, but at least you will see what's happening.
Oh my God.
But I will tell you. I will tell you more or less what it's about before I play the trailer. Okay. An invasion is imminent, according to Brian Duffield, who wrote and directed 20th Century Studios' No One Will Save You, a sci-fi psychological thriller told through the eyes of a lonely young woman with a painful backstory. I wanted the movie to take the lead of a small, intimate character study and drop an alien invasion on top of them, says Duffield. The end of the world won't only be for those that are ready for it, and the idea of an alien movie rudely bursting the bubble our character has spent years building and cultivating felt like a unique way to tell a favorite story. Duffield set out to create a character so compelling that viewers would want to learn more about her with or without aliens. Unfortunately for her, he says they show up about 8 minutes into the movie.
Oh, shit.
I think there's a deeply buried feeling that every alien invasion movie could turn out to be true because they remain such an unknown in our daily lives. As our world careens more and more out of control, maybe there's even a desire that there's something out there smarter than us that can help put us on a more sane path. The aliens in No One Will Save You are superior to humans in every way, which makes Bryn and her surprising resistance somewhat puzzling to them. Interesting. So
Bro,
here's the
I cannot
trailer.
wait for this.
Here's the trailer. I'm not going to play any of the... You're just going to have to watch it on your own.
Wait,
but
where
she
is
is.
it
It's on
coming
Hulu.
out? Oh, it's already out?
No, it's going to be on Hulu. So
Like,
here
end
she
the
is.
stream
There
right
are
now.
over 1.65 million home invasions per year. It says on the text.
But only one of them is an alien.
And then it says... I think it says... But this
Home
one is different
invasions
or
just
something.
got a lot more home invasion-y.
But yeah, basically the premise of what you're seeing is that she like wakes up and she hears something. See, this one is different. She hears something
Cool.
like a home invasion, but then the sounds of the home invader sound like an alien, and it's like
Bro.
it's very aggressively chasing her around
No
her house.
way, dude.
Yeah, and then so she finally she gets knocked out in like a fight scene with whatever this intruder is, which she can't really tell at first, but crazy shit is happening in her house. Like her TV goes off with weird static, all the lights. And then she wakes up and she goes outside and she's trying to call people and like figure out everything's dead. She starts going through her neighborhood and like the post office truck is turned upside down. There's weird weather happening. Her neighbors are acting fucking weird. There's a spaceship in the clouds, And then she just decides, like, whatever, fuck it. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to barricade myself inside of my house. But obviously the aliens are fucking aliens. And so her, like, you know, pathetic attempts to try to keep the aliens out of her house are not going to work. And it's really wild, dude.
No way.
The aliens have, like, telekinesis and shit.
Do they show them already in the trailer?
They kind of, sort of do. Like, they show you, like, the hands and a little bit of the legs and stuff.
Never been more hyped.
Yeah, it does look really, really cool. You do see a little bit of the aliens. It's terrifying. It's going to be on Hulu September 22nd.
No fucking way, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, look.
I hope you enjoyed the narration of that. I was not narrating it for you, chat. I was giving it for Peter because he couldn't watch.
That's a new segment. Is Gabby
narrates a trailer.
trailers.
But yeah, it does look cool. I'd be down. One of my triggers is aliens. I'm like really freaked out by them. But this is something that I would want to watch, I think, because I like the idea of somebody fighting back.
Did you ever see War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise?
Yeah, that's where my original trigger comes from.
No kidding.
Not from the Tom Cruise one, but from the record of it. Yeah. My dad had the vinyl, and I one day mistakenly grabbed it, and I was like, this looks cool. And I started listening to it, and I had no context, and it freaked me out. And ever since then, I've had like a thing against aliens.
That's so crazy. That's where it came from.
Yep.
We can bring you back. But their aliens are so cool.
You don't know that.
They're cool.
Look at this movie.
Cool.
In this movie, they're trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, but you can't judge all aliens by one asshole.
Yeah, but every alien movie ever is about one asshole.
Yeah, but what if that alien exists in the same like multiverse as Alf? And
I mean, if it's Alf, I'm in.
No, but you'll never have a chance to hang out with Alf because
why not?
You shunned aliens as a whole.
Oh, so that's it. I'm not allowed to hang out with aliens now.
Like, Gabby, why don't you give us a chance?
No, if it's Alf, I'm in, dude. Bob says Timothy Olyphant in The Crazies is good. Yes, The Crazies is like a really underrated horror flick.
So underrated.
It is really
good.
Dude.
When I suggested it, you're like, we're not gonna watch this. Remember?
I know.
And I don't blame you for that because I also went in thinking it was gonna be diggity dog shit. But first of all, Timothy Olyphant is
so good.
Is the best in everything.
Yeah, we have no choice but to stand. Yeah. But I think that movie is so good, especially after suffering through a pandemic.
Yeah.
Like now it hits especially hard.
Oh my God, it does, dude. And also like he just sells it in the movie so much.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it is a very disturbing film. Like
sometimes I think
fucked up.
Timothy Olyphant would have made an awesome Rick Grimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a little thin.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that he couldn't like change his appearance, but just in general, like he would have been a good like a guy you root for.
Yeah, but I definitely like that film. But anyway.
All right, look, I just finished carving it.
Oh, look at
okay.
you.
I have to print it. So I'm just going to take a couple minutes. And while we're doing that, why don't you throw up the Patreon again, let people know what's doing there and show them how they could sign up and all that good stuff.
Well, I already closed that one.
No!
So.
Can you not bring it back?
Yeah, I'll bring it back. Just
but,
give me a moment. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't realize. Let's see.
Let's see here.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. Okay, here we
go.
Okay, so for anybody who's late, this is our Patreon. Oh, good. People are voting in the poll.
What are they saying?
They're saying it seems like sci-fi is winning right now. I'm shocked. But we've only had 9 people comment so far. So I'm still waiting for more people to like sound off about what movie you guys want to see us watch. And not only do we want you to vote in the poll, but we also want you to sound off in the comment about like what movie you want to watch. Because like Peter and I have our favorites and we'll gladly pick for you, but we want to know what you're into, you know? And so anyway, let us know.
Characters to carve.
Right, it's true. Yeah. Also, if you haven't signed up to the Patreon yet, but you are planning to do so anytime soon, you can rewatch our Let's Watch of Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, by clicking on this video and syncing up your movie with our timestamp, which you can find at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You can watch me be sort of weirdly faded on medications because I had just come back from the urgent care like an hour before then. That was really fun, by the way. That was a great movie. And we will be doing another one of these, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And we're going to wait to see what the poll says to pick our film. Also, during that stream, we will be hosting our first giveaway of the prints that Peter has been making on our Wednesday streams. We're going to be giving away 4 of them. And the winners are going to get to pick which one they want of the collection so far, which I will put that collection up on Patreon so you can see all the ones that we have. I'll put a little, what are those things called? Slideshows. Yeah. So you can go through all the images. And then I will also allow our Patreon members to select which one they want ahead of time. So if you can't make it to the watch party, you will already know which one they want.
By the way, as an incentive for people to sign up, as of right now, I'm only doing one print per block as a giveaway. But if we get to a point where, like, let's say, how many subscribers do we have right now?
Oh.
Can you just find that out?
I will.
Because I was gonna say, I was gonna say a number, but I don't want to say it too soon.
No, don't say it too soon. I think we have 51 people so far.
Officially confirmed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have 51 people so far. Once we get to like 100, I will do a second
giveaway.
I'll pull a second print to give away of a block. You know what I'm saying? So like if someone goes first and they go, I want Godzilla, and we give them Godzilla, and the next person goes, oh shit, I want a Godzilla too.
You pull the second.
I'll pull a second one for that.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
So in other words, I don't want it to feel like the bigger the Patreon grows, the harder it is for you to win what you want to win. I'll grow the giveaways with proportionate to the people who sign up.
And also the Patreon members will have access to our merch store. So if you want access to that, you'll have to be a part of the Patreon membership. And that will be solely for Patreon members to shop our exclusive Patreon merch.
And I'm also looking at how I do drops in the future. So like, for example, if I get some copies of the record to sell, if I make a special edition that has a little bonus stamp to go with it or something like that, that will be on
members
Patreon
will get
first dibs.
Yeah.
And then after that, I will bring them out.
Right. I think Raph is going to try to get us to watch Christine next week.
I'm super down to watch that next. That's perfect. That's actually perfect, dude. To watch it for the first time. There are very few movies that both of us can watch for the first time.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
No way.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, well, then why are you shitting on me?
No, I'm shitting on you for being closed-minded to it.
Oh, well, you're closed-minded about the new Exorcist, and I'm not shitting on you.
I'm going to Exorcist day one. I'm watching it.
I know. I'm just joking.
But like, I'm with you.
I'm down to watch it. I'm just saying the reason why I've never watched it is because the premise sounds ridiculous to me, and I'm not scared. I'm not interested.
It's the same reason I've never watched it, because I've just never been
like. Okay.
So
scary car.
So we have that in common. So
I'm on the road with scary cars every day. Every car in Miami could be Christine. I've learned to navigate around them.
When I was a little kid and my mom started dating my stepdad, his car at the time looked like Christine.
No.
And so he used to call it Christine, and we're like, what is this reference? We don't get it.
That's funny. And you guys never thought like, hey, we should watch that movie.
No, I never. I'm telling you, everyone. I only like watching movies when they have aliens or monsters in it. After that, it has to be another specific reason.
Yeah.
And that one had nothing in it. So
I feel this.
But now, I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure I will love it. I'm sure both of us will love it. And it's just one of those things that at this point I've been wanting to see.
I might
it for
just
a long
love
time.
it more because we're watching it with our friends.
Exactly.
If that's the case, then I probably will just by association with having a good time with you guys, I will love it. But I will still, I'm almost positive I'm going to come out of that viewing being like, I was right. This is not scary.
Possibly. All right, here we go. Get ready for the reveal.
All right, go for it. I forgot which one is the bomb, so you might get a...
Try it right now.
I don't know which one it is. Oh, nice. Good. I got it right. Okay, ooh, you got 2 bombs.
That's it. Okay, hold on.
Are we good?
1 second. Let me just double...
Do you have a Jason figurine on your table right now?
Yes.
Oh.
For moral support. Hey, man.
For moral support.
I just really want to thank you for making a print of me.
I was wondering why it smelled so bad in the studio, and it's because Tony's chewing on his pizzle. I know.
Which, if you don't know what that is, go ahead and look it up. We'll let you have the surprise. No spoilers. Dog pizzle is one of the most horrifying things.
But our dog, Tony just loves it, dude.
He loves
it. It's the only thing that he loves that doesn't bother his stomach because he's very sensitive little
and
lad.
the vet says his teeth are amazing, so that he should stay on it.
I know. Yeah. Look, Raph just put it in the chat.
Bull.
It's so disgusting.
Indeed. All right, here we go.
You
ready?
Good? Ready?
Yeah. I wish we had that little me, 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 me.
Oh, I know. The recorder one.
Yeah.
And reveal. That's all you get. No, I'm joking.
Wait, there you go. Yeah. Hey, it came out cool, man.
Wow, it came out really good. The chain looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
That was
Good
Raph's
job, my love.
suggestion for the chain.
Wow.
Last minute Raph.
Look at you. Last minute Raph. You guys come together and you just
Yeah.
make gold. This is a
Guys,
good one. You could
that was
win
fun.
this next Sunday.
Yes. So one more
You could
time.
win.
If you're watching and you've watched any of these streams and you're like, man, I love these little portraits. It's a cool series. It's almost like making a bunch of. I'm just teasing. It's like almost like making a bunch of paintings of eyes and then building a series of. I'm just teasing. No one bother Jason. I love Jason. But the point is, if you want to get a little collection, people have been asking me about small prints for years. This is a perfect way for me to be able to make them based on any character I really want to and not worried about getting in any trouble because I don't want to get in trouble, obviously. You can win them on the Patreon as a gift, a little giveaway. And then the studies, which was awesome about these carvings, I'll tell you this, being able to do these little carvings is when I get the chance to do something like I'd love to do a Friday the 13th print now. And I feel really good that I could have like a cool signature take on it based on this being like the first time I work on Jason, and I kind of get an idea of how I would go about. They're like little studies, but you'll be able to buy the block in the shop
Once we get that going, which I'm working on it, I promise.
Yes. So
Yes,
those of you watching right now, you'll know.
Now that my kidney has repaired itself.
Yes, we gave Gabby a little bit of kidney time.
I definitely had to take a couple of days off to nurse my poor kidney.
Kidney time.
Jesus.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, so it's coming soon. I know a lot of people reach out to me online and ask me, and that's the best answer I can give you. You can win the prints, and eventually I'll have the blocks up for sale. There's only going to be one of a kind items of the blocks. So
yeah, of course.
If you want one, you'll know when you see it. All right.
Yes.
Again, you'll have to be a Patreon subscriber. So once again, thank you. We're gonna put up a credits.
Yeah, I'm in the midst of creating like a thank you to our patrons credit roll.
We'll
so
put
you'll
them here.
see your names like kind of scrolling on the screen while we talk shit. Just to thank you guys so much for your support. But it is coming. All sorts of fun Patreon things are coming.
But again, thank you if you already signed up. I never thought it would be possible.
I really didn't think it was ever going to work.
It's empowering because I'm like, now I can really think about what can we do to make that an even more fun place to be.
Yeah.
And I know if you guys are there, it's because you really want to be there. So I feel very like, confident about coming up with fun stuff.
We're going to make it worth your while.
Yes. You're already on kidney recovery on the first stream. I mean, come on.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that.
Doesn't get much more committed than that. All right, you guys. So if you're still looking to hang out tonight, remember go over to watch Ryan Dole's channel, Gotham City Tonight, and
go rate his channel.
Go rate his chat. Tell him you're here from our show and.
Words failing. Words failing.
Anyway, I gotta get going. I love you.
All right,
guys.
we love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.